Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time to talk more of The Sandman. Yeah, the binge continues. I am loving this series. I can't wait to hear that there's more seasons coming, but I am loving this season so far. It's been such a revelation for a fan of the comic like myself. I love hearing that the show is also attracting people who are completely unfamiliar with the comic book, and new people are falling in love with the show. And just the fact that people are giving it a chance made me happy. The fact that people are really enjoying it, that so many people are discovering this for the first time, just psychs me up, because this really is great storytelling. And its only drawback was that it was a comic book, and there's so many stigmas attached with that particular medium that most people, unfortunately, just don't even give them a chance, don't even hear about what's being created in that medium. It just doesn't have the prestige of novels or movies or even television. And so it kind of lay buried away from the consciousness of most people for the last 30 plus years. And finally, here it is for people to discover for the very first time. And I think that's just awesome. Let's talk about last episode, because last episode was almost like a season premiere. We got a bunch of new characters. We learned a heck of a lot more about Rose and her family situation. Her younger brother Jed, her parents are dead. Her great-grandmother is Unity Kincaid, who we met in the pilot, and fell asleep for 106 years while Dream was imprisoned. While she was asleep, she gave birth. Rose is her great-granddaughter. They didn't spell it out, but in the comic they do spell out how she got pregnant and how she gave birth. And it isn't pretty, but that's part of the story. We met a bunch of other great characters too. Hal and Gilbert and Ken and Barbie and the Spider Sisters. We met Lyda Hall, Rose's friend. We met Merv Pumpkinhead in The Dreaming, and there's a bunch of people planning a serial killer convention, collectors as they prefer to be called. And now the Corinthian's going to be their special guest of honor, and he wants to bring along Rose to the party. Not sure what his plans with Rose are exactly, except she's a vortex, and that's a very rare occurrence in The Dreaming, but a potentially quite disastrous one. So how will that impact everything? I just don't know. We're not supposed to know at this point, but I'm really excited to jump into this next episode, guys. This is episode 8, and it's called Playing House.
Who are you?
You have somehow dreamed your way into an audience with Lord Morpheus, the King of Dreams. And now you must go.
But I should like her to stay.
I love Lucienne.
What would she want with Jed?
I don't know,
Galt?
but I have a feeling it has something to do with you. You see, once every few thousand years, a mortal is born with a dreaming ability so powerful, she can travel through the dreams of others. Apparently all the way to my throne room.
Well, here's the exposition.
Keep looking for your brother in the waking world. Matthew will watch over you there.
At your service, Rose.
Then tonight, when you sleep, you and I will go and search for gold and your brother together.
She's just a nightmare, right? She can't hurt him, can she?
Oh, wow. She's completely new. Oh.
Which one of my enemies is it this time?
Oh, this is Jed's dream. She's in Jed's dreams.
It's the Pied Piper. This looks like a job for the Sandman.
Oh, this is fascinating. They've definitely tweaked it, but I love the tweaks. They haven't even given him a bedroom.
We can't just leave him down there.
He has to learn.
Is anyone there?
So Jed's definitely dreaming, so why can't we find his dreams? Is that house recognizable? That looks like the houses we just saw in Jed's dreams.
May I?
Please.
Oh dear.
Unity, am I interrupting something? I'm hanging up now. Enjoy being famous.
It's the Corinthian.
That was my great-granddaughter, Rose.
Oh, is she in London?
Now she's back in the United States. In Florida.
Really?
I just want to stay like this forever.
You should be out, living your actual life, not having ghost sex with your dead husband.
You're not a ghost. You're a dream.
She's very lucid.
You built our house.
Very modern.
It's perfect.
That room's not quite finished yet.
It's a nursery.
Why did you build this?
It's their dream house.
And now that we're both here, maybe it can come true.
I have to wake up.
Her amulet almost looks like a small amulet of protection.
Unity Kincaid is the sole survivor of what they called the sleepy sickness. The
Oh, wow.
day you returned, she woke up. And this is all a coincidence and not an imminent threat.
My instinct says no, but
Well, do you remember any golf buddies or drinking buddies? Or what
Hal's
else?
glasses look too much like the Corinthians.
That was his house.
That's the...
our house.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one in the photo. But this is like the cul-de-sac he's dreaming of with the rats.
I think she really just wants to know if he's okay.
I'm sure he is.
The woman from the foster agency wants to come by. You don't think that's gonna raise a red flag?
Yeah, Barnaby's not the smartest tool, sharpest tool in the shed.
You embarrass us in front of this woman? I will wire your hands to the pipes down there. And I will break every bone in your body.
What? Man. I mean, he's a piece of shit in the comics too, but there's something about
I'll fix you something.
hearing the words and seeing the performance that's just petrifying. Oh. Ooh, Jed's got spirit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll catch up with you.
Oh dear, he's right there. Uh-oh.
Matthew? Is that you?
No, that's a crow. I'm a raven. Common mistake.
I'm bigger. I got a thicker beak. Oh shit.
And is Morpheus watching? Right now?
He is. I can feel him in the back of my head. It's the weirdest feeling.
Fuck.
Just text.
Oh no.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm so worried
What have you got there?
for anyone who interacts with him.
See you around.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'll give him your number.
You're a good friend, Rose Walker.
You look good, Jed. You look happy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Is he gonna get a chance here?
So good to see you, Miss Rubio.
All right. He got her a note. What's he gonna? Is it just gonna be a straight help, or is there gonna be more info than that? Oh no.
have you seen this boy?
Oh, Miss
Your
Rubio.
Grace and I want you to know we were very impressed with the way you got this note
Oh no.
into that lady's bag.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
You will be.
No. Straight from the comic. The scrunch.
Go to grad school. Write a novel. About me. Do it now, while I'm still cute enough to play myself in the movie. Because this was never my dream.
I'm on my way.
Alright. Well, now we get to have a team up with Dream. Alright. Dream time.
This is not my real face.
Is this Hal's dream?
And this is not my real face either.
Rose? Yeah, that was his dream. And Lydos. She's in everybody else's dreams.
I am having a relationship with a sentence. It was just one of those things. Rose?
Babe! Please, open the door. Let me in the car. Barb, it's not funny anymore.
Ken's dream. She's in everybody else's dreams.
Why is this happening?
Find your own path.
Oh, look at the messed up writing. Like, you can't read in dreams. You know it's letters and stuff, but it doesn't... Oh, that's such a cool effect. Oh, congrats to the art department for those. What a lovely touch. Mwah. Barbie's dream. Oh.
I can hardly believe it.
We saw... I don't want to spoil his name, but we saw that creature on the ship in the dreaming in the pilot. That introductory shot.
So many lives lost, Martin Tenbones.
Okay, there we go.
Because of what?
Oh, Barbie's dreams are the best.
The vortex has the power to dream entire worlds. Or destroy them.
Is that?
Zelda.
Nobody understands me. Nobody cares. Secret brides of the faceless slaves of the nameless night of the castle of dread desire.
She's at home here. That is what most people seek when they dream.
This is so beautiful. They do such a good job of making everything feel like a dream. Just something about it, just slightly off. Oh, we can read this one. It's the please help me one. Okay, I'm back on the street.
He's not a member of my rogues gallery.
He's the most powerful foe we have ever faced. He has come to take me away from you.
I'm not about to let that happen.
Thank you, Sandman.
How do we find him?
Just like that.
Oh, King of Nightmares! Or I'll send you both to Dreamland. I am the Sandman.
You are the Sandman.
It's me you want.
Mom?
That is not your mother, Rose.
I didn't even connect that she was...
I'm sorry, Jed.
Shape-shifting as her mother.
When you wake up, where will you be? Where are Aunt Clarice and Uncle Barnaby?
They're in Homeland.
Where's Homeland, Jed?
Come, Gold.
Are they in the same house?
It's time to wake up, Jed.
Wait, no!
Goodbye, Rose Walker.
Stop, not yet!
Is it the same house? Is it the same
You
house?
expecting someone? No. You being here in my dream means something is different. Something has shifted.
It's his dream.
Oh my god. What is happening?
Oh, they're doing it right now. Trackofbeing.com. Whew. I hope that thing doesn't exist.
Lyda! I found him. I found Jed.
Just a minute.
She got pregnant in dreams. Oh dear. That's going to be the Corinthian. That's going to be the frickin' Corinthian. Oh boy.
I merely wish to be a dream and not a nightmare.
The choice is not yours to make.
But we can change.
No. We are.
Do you think they came back out of love? Or because they were afraid of what you would do to them if they did not?
because I'm not afraid.
Perhaps a few thousand years in the darkness will reveal your fears.
Even a nightmare can dream, my lord.
You feel her punishment was unjust.
We all change, sir. Even you, perhaps.
You may return to the library.
Yeah. Dream's a bit of a dick sometimes. All eternity to be set in his ways.
You must be Jed. Your sister sent me. Your sister Rose.
Just the 2 adult victims. Wherever your brother is, he's not here.
Feels like that should be a police matter. Oh. I'm loving this because the central plot matches what I know. But all the ribs and branches and the stuff that makes it a show, there's a lot of new there. And so this feels like a completely new ride to me. For those of you who don't know the comic, this story is quite different. Jed is living in dreams, but this is part of what made it a DC comic at the time, was they tied it in with the Silver Era Sandman, who was a character whose civilian name was Hector Hall, Lyda's dead husband. And two escaped nightmares from the dreaming, Brute and Glob, found Jed, lived inside his dreams along with the Sandman, Hector Hall, and his wife, Lyta, who was also a caped superhero. And so Hector and Lyta had this really weird existence. Hector was dead, but living in Jed's dreams. Lyta was both alive and living in Jed's dreams. Lyta got pregnant within Jed's Sandman fantasy, and Jed was like the kid sidekick of Hector Hall. And Brute and Glob were the role of Galt here, except they weren't interested in protecting young Jed. They were just looking for a place to hide out from Morpheus. So the Galt story is completely different, being a shapeshifter, taking the shape of Jed and Rose's mother. I should have made that connection. I'm embarrassed that I didn't. Protecting Jed from at least giving him an escape from his waking abuse at the hands of Barnaby and Clarice, who in the comic are both terrible people. Clarice doesn't get a pass in the comics like she does here. But yeah. So when I realized they weren't doing the Hector and Jed's dream starting last episode, I was wondering how on earth they were going to get Lyta pregnant in this story. And so they created this new storyline for Lyta and Hector, which is completely removed from Jed and also from their history as Silver Age superheroes. And they're just a couple who ran an architectural firm together. They had a dream home, and Hector unfortunately died young. And so Lyta dreams of him every night. And those dreams are so strong and so intense, and Rose's influence on those around her, those dreaming around her, probably helped in Lyta getting impregnated in dreams, which obviously shouldn't be able to happen. But nevertheless, Lyta's pregnant, so that's different. But yeah, we had a lot of fun this episode. One of the things I really like about the last couple of episodes is we're getting a lot of these scenes where we don't necessarily realize right away it's a dream, but there's something off. There's something a little bit weird. Nothing you can put your finger on what it is. And there was that great sequence as Rose made her way through the dreams of everybody else in the B&B. She saw Hal's face nightmare. She saw what Chantal and Zelda dream about, this relationship with the sentence, this little kid playing in the graveyard. We saw Ken and Barbie's really interesting dreams. Ken's, naked, locked outside his Lamborghini trying to get in, and Barbie's got this like pure high fantasy escapism with Martin Tenbones and the Porpentine and all the rest of this fabulous, over-the-top, rich dream world. So much fun. I mean, I can only imagine if you were the production designer on a show like this. Like, every scene you're reading, it's like, oh, what world are we in now? Where are we going? What do I have to build and design next? And obviously CG helps to some degree, but you also have to make it real. And there's challenges to that. I mean, you're filming this in the UK, and you have to, in a single episode, you have to do a Florida beach, you've got to do a farm road in Georgia, you've got to do an American suburb, you've got to do some crazy fantasy land that Barbie's dreaming of. You've got Dream's throne room built on a stage somewhere, so at least that's taken care of. You've got to find this like architectural marvel of a modern house. There's just so much that goes into every episode of this. It would be don't get me wrong, I would love to work on a show like this. But the department's responsible for all the stuff in the show. The locations, the sets, the costumes, the hair and the makeup, the props. There's so much stuff. And it varies so much from episode to episode. We don't have a lot of recurring locations. We don't come back to a lot of places. We're always on the move. We're always in dreams. And so there's just new stuff all the time that has to be accounted for. Those departments, I can only imagine, were worked so hard. But man, all their effort is there to see on the screen. And, my hat's off to them. Kudos. All the applause in the world, because it's such a good looking show. It's such a visual story. I'm not sure how Sandman would work as a novel, for instance. Yes, you can rely on the imagination of the reader, but in such rapidly shifting landscapes and dreamscapes and locations and sets, you would have to spend dedicate so much effort, so much time, and so many words just to describing where you are. And a picture's worth 1,000 words, so that's why this worked so well in comics. One of the things Sandman did that not a lot of comics did, certainly back in the day, was they didn't have a fixed artist for arcs and arcs and arcs of story. Every time they launched a new story arc, Neil Gaiman spoke with his editor, and they figured out who a great artist for that particular story would be, because the style changes so much from arc to arc. Maybe one arc is much more based in horror, one's more based in fantasy, one's got some are historical, some are futuristic. Every artist has their own style that lends itself to certain types of storytelling. And so as you read the Sandman comics, you get a new artistic style every 6 or 8 issues, sometimes even quicker. And there's so much storytelling just in the style of drawing. It tells you so much right away. It's a lot to live up to, is my point. There's such a strong visual sense to the Sandman comic, in trying to capture that and translate that to live action on the screen is a mind-blowing assignment. And if you didn't have the budget, and if you didn't have the right creative people attached, it would fail. And so to see it succeed, to see it being done so well, it's a huge relief, but it's so rewarding to see, because they have captured it. They have got the essence of the show already, and I feel like they're doing a really good job of capturing the spirit of the story, if you will. This Rose and Jed storyline is rushing to a conclusion. Corinthians got Jed now. Presumably he's off to the Collectors Convention. And how is Rose going to find him now? She was so close. She finally tracked down Barnaby and Clarice. But yeah, not quick enough. Now what does she do? In any case, man, I'm just loving this show. Now I'm loving hearing from you guys. Keep it up with your comments. I love hearing what you guys think of this show, whether you're a big fan of the comic like myself or whether you're brand new to the series. I want to hear your thoughts. I know I'm a fanboy. Maybe there are things about this that you don't understand or rub you the wrong way. I want to hear them. I'm not opposed to people having different opinions from myself, and I'm just excited to know what people think about this. So yeah, by all means, let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it. And until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, and sweet dreams.